What is it that you would say to people who wanted to start a business? That were, what was it, 3 or 4 main people that they needed in their business life?
Well, I always preach that you need 4 professionals in your business activity. Mm-hmm. You need a financial person who's typically your banker. You have a banking relationship. Mm-hmm. You have an accountant, or at the very least, a bookkeeper. That's a mistake that so many small businesses make. They don't have good books from the beginning. You need to really establish a good bookkeeping system from day one. Mm-hmm. The second or the third professional that I think is so important is, and this is one that so many businesses miss, is insurance. Every business has to have insurance, general liability insurance, professional liability insurance, in the case of law firms, personal injury insurance, workman's comp. There's a whole range of insurances depending on what industry you're in. Mm-hmm. But insurance is critical to limit your liability. And then of course the last one, which is self-serving, but every business needs to have a lawyer. And I'm not saying a lawyer from the standpoint of having them on staff, because that becomes too expensive, but access to a business lawyer, not because all lawyers are not made equal in terms of what they know. Have a business lawyer that understands your business and understands what you need to, not only protect your business, to grow your business. So those 4 professionals, again, are the financial person, an accountant, insurance, and a lawyer.
Okay, yeah. And those are 4 key relationships for startup businesses and for businesses to work their way into opening back up after this whole crisis is taken care of.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And those businesses that have been in business for a while, they need to do the same thing. Go back, and particularly the financial person. Your banking relationship becomes very important. With, for instance, this whole payroll protection program, the PPP. Typically, those who have received a PPP loan had existing banking relationship. And
it's not necessarily the big banks that offered them the opportunity, right?
In fact, to some extent, to a large extent, it was just the opposite. It was the smaller banks, and that's why it's so important to have, I believe, multiple banking relationships. And so the same thing with, again, the accountant. If you've been in business, you need to sit down with your accountant and your bookkeeper and get a projection of your cash flow, because that's so important, given, the challenges of, COVID-19 and the downturn in business and downturn in the economy. You need to sit down. Certainly that's what I did. I did a cash flow projection for the next 6 months. By the same token, in insurance, you need to look at what your insurance policies are. Do you need more? Do you need less?